So, you want to learn AI and machine learning. Awesome, but let's be real, diving in can feel completely overwhelming. That's why today we're cutting through the noise. We've looked at all the common roadmaps out there and boiled them down into one clear step-by-step guide to get you from square one to job ready by 2026.
And yeah, that feeling is totally normal. You hear about AI everywhere, things change in the blink of an eye, and you're left wondering, where do I even begin? It can honestly feel like you're standing at the edge of a massive, tangled jungle with no path in sight. But don't worry, that's what we're here for, to give you the map.
You know, the best way to tackle any massive goal is just to break it down into smaller steps. So let's stop thinking of this as some impossible task and start seeing it for what it is, an epic journey. And every great journey needs a good map. We've laid out the whole route for you, from your very first step all the way to the finish line.
All right, so here's a quick look at our itinerary for this trip. We're going to start with the call to adventure, then we'll pack our foundational toolkit. After that, we'll master the core ML concepts, choose a specialist path, build a killer project portfolio, and finally, we'll talk about landing your first AI role. Ready? Let's get started.
First up, the call to adventure. Before we get into all the how-tos, we need to be super clear on the why. You know, why is this journey so incredibly important right now as we head into 2026?
Well, this number right here tells a huge part of the story. 1.4 million. That's how many people watched just one how-to video on becoming an AI engineer. That's a massive signal that you are not alone in this. The interest and the demand for these skills isn't just growing, it is absolutely exploding.
Okay, so our motivation is set. We know why we're here. Now we get to our first practical stop, packing the foundational toolkit. I mean, you wouldn't climb a mountain with the right gear, right? It's the same idea here. You just can't build great AI with the right fundamental skills. This part is 100% non-negotiable.
Your toolkit really stands on 3 pillars. First up is programming, and specifically, you gotta know Python. It's just the go-to language for AI. Second, mathematics. Now, you don't need a PhD, but you do need to get comfortable with things like linear algebra and probability, because that's the engine that makes all these algorithms work. And third, data skills. AI needs fuel, and that fuel is data. So you have to know how to handle it, clean it, and get it ready for your models.
And when you dive into Python, these 4 libraries are basically your starter pack. Think of NumPy and Pandas as your heavy-duty tools for crunching numbers and organizing data. Scikit-learn is like your first toolbox full of actual, ready-to-go machine learning models. And Matplotlib and Seaborn, they're your paintbrushes, helping you create pictures that tell the story hidden inside your data. Get these down, and you're off to a fantastic start.
All right, toolkit is packed. Now we're at stage 3 of our journey, mastering the core ML concepts. This is where we take all those foundational skills we just packed and start to understand the magic behind how machine learning actually works.
Now, the key here is to take it one step at a time. Seriously, don't try to learn everything at once. You'll start with supervised learning. That's where you teach the AI with labeled examples, kind of like showing a kid pictures of cats to teach it what a cat is. Then you'll move on to unsupervised learning, where the AI finds patterns on its own. And once you've got a handle on that, you're ready for the big stuff. Deep learning, the powerhouse behind all the most advanced AI today.
Okay, so you've nailed down the fundamentals. This is a big moment. It's time for stage 4, choosing your specialist path. Look, the world of AI is gigantic. To really stand out from the crowd, you've got to pick an area that you find genuinely fascinating and go deep.
And here are some of the most exciting paths you can take. Are you totally fascinated by teaching computers to understand how we talk and write? That's natural language processing, or NLP. Or do you want to give machines the power to see and interpret the world? That's computer vision. Maybe you want to create new images and text with generative AI, or teach an AI to play a game better than any human. The key is to find what gets you excited and dive in.
Now we've reached what might just be the most critical step in this entire journey. Stage 5, building your project portfolio. Because knowing the theory is one thing, but in this industry, what really, truly counts is proving you can actually build something that works.
I love this quote because it's just so true. Anybody can get a course certificate that says they learned something. But a project proves you can apply it. Your portfolio is your story. It's the most powerful way you have to walk into an interview and show, not just tell, what you're capable of. And that, my friends, brings us to the final destination on our map, landing your first AI role. This is the moment where all that hard work finally pays off. It's where this journey of learning transforms into a real career.
So you might be thinking, can I really do all this? Absolutely. Here's a super tangible 6-month timeline. Spend the first 2 months just hammering on the foundation, Python and math. The next 2, focus on core ML concepts and building your very first project. And then in the final 2 months, you specialize, you polish that portfolio, and you start applying. It's ambitious for sure, but it's totally doable.
Now, as you're getting ready to apply for jobs, it helps to know yourself. Are you the kind of person who gets excited about digging through data to find hidden insights and telling stories with it? That sounds like a data scientist. Or are you more passionate about the engineering side, actually building and deploying the AI systems themselves? That's the AI engineer path. Knowing the difference is key to finding the right fit for you.
So if you remember just one thing from our entire journey today, please make it this. When it comes to getting hired in 2026, these are the 3 things that matter most. Number 1, by a long shot, is a strong project portfolio. Right behind that are your specialized skills. And holding it all up is that solid foundation we started with. Nail these 3, and you are going to be in an amazing position. And there you have it. What might have looked like an impossible mountain to climb at the beginning is now a clear, step-by-step journey. You have the map. You know the different stages. The path forward is crystal clear.
So, the only question left is the most exciting one of all. With this map in your hands, your journey starts right now. So forget about all the noise and the complexity for a minute and just ask yourself, what problem do you want to solve first? What are you going to build?